Businesses all across the planet are looking to make connections with people. Well, guess what? Divine Connections magazine is helping businesses not only walk in their purpose and passion, but to get connected to their potential. That's right. You've got to connect to your potential, and you can make it happen now because it is time to know your worth. As you get connected to people all across the planet, Divine Connections magazine will make it happen. And get featured in the magazine today and get your copy now, because there's no other time than a divine time to get connected to Divine Connections magazine.
I Give You Peace Ministries is on a mission with an awesome purpose. Led by Pastor Peace, their mission is to raise funds to build a multi-purpose building, which will include a state-of-the-art facility for youth in the community, a senior program that will include various activities, and it will also include a kitchen to provide meals to the community. Support the building fundraiser today. Donate to Cash App $Walk of Peace or paypal.me/IGYP Ministries. Great day, everyone. This is Dolores Williams with Divine Connections. Hope all is well. Please make sure you like and share this broadcast. We have a special guest on today. So let me tell you a little bit about Divine Connections. It is a magazine that comes out quarterly in print as well as online. We connect with different businesses, entrepreneurs, gospel artists, pastors, anyone that's doing something great in the community. And I would love for you to be featured in the magazine if you have a business or if you have a ministry as well. So email me at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com. So let's go in and talk about a little bit about Divine Connections. You can subscribe and get out and be on our email list you go to our website at divineconnectionsmagazine.com and subscribe to our email list for updates and news. We are also on Facebook under Divine Connections Marketing. So make sure you like that page. We're also on Instagram. You can follow us there at one word, Divine Connections. And we also have a YouTube channel, which you can subscribe to as well, and click the notification button at The Divine Connections. Awesome. So those are the ways that you get to stay connected with Divine Connections. And we have our quarterly magazine, and I'm excited because it's September, and today is actually my birthday as well. So we have Divine Connection with Mr. Antonio T. Smith on the cover, and also Mr. Bruce George of Genius is Common Movement on the back. And there's so much information and resources and connections in this magazine. So you want to make sure you get your copy at divineconnectionsmagazine.com/subscriptions. Next on our agenda, if you would like to be a sponsor for the Divine Connection show, you can have your 30-second commercial played before or after the interviews that we have on Wednesdays. It's 30-second spot, and it runs for 3 months for $150. So if you would like to be a sponsor, we use this to share your business and your ministry with the masses, so they know who you are and what you do. So you can email divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com. We just finished Saturday our 11th Divine Connections 11th magazine anniversary. It was phenomenal. And so we have one more big event left for the year. That's going to be Saturday, October the 23rd, from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Mebane Arts Center in Mebane, North Carolina. So there are going to be praise dancers, there's going to be mimes, and there's going to be vendors. So if you are a vendor, I am looking for vendors. Let me know what you have and what you do. Text me at 336-338-8903, and I will give you details. And we also have just 3 more spots for Mom Ministries and 3 more spots for Praise Dance Ministry. So if you have an organization that you work with, Praise Dance or Mom, I would love for you to be a part. Make sure you connect with me. Registration for that is only $25 for you to be a part. Now, for the public to come out, to the event. It is free. All right. So it's free to the public to come out and check us out. So you can text 336-338-8903 or email Divine Connections Magazine at gmail.com and lock in the date Saturday, October 23rd from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. for the Mebane Art Center. Also, if you need a 30-second or a 60-second commercial, you can get that if you're a business owner or in ministry or have a book or you're a gospel group. I would love to serve you. Email us at divineconnectionsmagazine at gmail.com so we can share what we can provide for you as far as the commercial. And next, we have I am honored to be nominated in Media Publication of the Year in the Dunamis Gospel Awards. So if you would please go to this website, dunamisgospelawards.org. Click on the red button that says click here to vote. Vote for someone in every category. If you don't know anyone, just click someone to be a blessing to them. And then when you get down to Media Publication of the Year, click Divine Connections, Divine Connections, Divine Connections. Okay. And it is unlimited. And we look forward to making it happen. I am honored to even be nominated. So voting goes until October the 8th. Okay. And so we have a special guest on the line. Also, let me do one more thing. It is my birthday today. So if you would like to spread some love, you can do that at Cash App @IOverflow, $I Overflow, or PayPal me at ioverflow@gmail.com if you would like. All right. So it's a blessing to see another birthday. So we thank God for that. So we have our special guest, Miss Evelyn Booker is in the house. So I'm gonna bring her on in. Great day. How are you?
I am marvelous. How are
I'm doing well, doing well. And yourself?
I'm doing well. I cannot complain. We're still above ground, so that's a blessing within itself.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It is. Well, awesome, awesome, awesome. I am excited to have you on today. So share with the audience a little bit about yourself and who you are, and then we'll get into what you do.
Okay. My name is Evelyn Smith Booker. I'm the 8th of 10 children born in a eastern North Carolina small farm town. Grew up, my parents planted and grew everything that we ate and drank. So being from a family of 10, you learn all kinds of life lessons.
Oh, yeah.
And then I graduated from high school. Well, first of all, my sister Clara and I integrated the school system in Columbus County in 1965. So you can imagine the kinds of things we encountered. But in every life lesson, it's something that will stick with you for life. That's why they're called life lessons.
Yes.
But I went to North Carolina Central University after graduating from high school.
Yeah.
And in 1969, which is when I went to North Carolina Central, my mom had a massive stroke. So after first semester, I had to leave and take care of her for 9 months to nurse her back to health, for her physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, all of the above. Running a full household at 18 years old.
Wow.
But I went back to North Carolina Central, and by carrying a heavy load, I was still able to graduate on time with my class. So that was a feat within itself. And after graduating from college, married my college sweetheart, Lee Booker, and we have 2 lovely, lovely daughters. In fact, we just celebrated our 48th wedding anniversary. So we've been blessed beyond measure.
Yes.
I worked for Capital Broadcasting Company for 30 years and climbed the corporate ladder. I was the first African-American female to ever sell advertising for Capital Broadcasting.
Awesome.
Yes. And we broke all kinds of records. And then once I got into management, I was blessed enough to hire some really good people who have now gone on to bigger markets than the Raleigh-Durham market. And they are working and hiring and firing and training people. And
Yeah.
they owe a lot to Evelyn Booker, they say. In fact, I've written a book entitled A Winner in Spite of.
Yes.
First 5 people that I hired actually wrote a letter in the book. And I call that chapter Paying It Forward, which means that if you help people, um,
That's right.
everything is cyclical. It actually comes back. And I can tell you things are already coming back through my daughters and our grandkids. So it pays huge dividends, trust me.
Oh, yes.
But a little bit about my business. I have a business called Ebo Consulting, and EBO, when I was in television, your television name was the first initial of your first name and the first 2 initials of your last name, thusly EBO. And that's the title of my company, EBO Consultants.
Okay.
But I work with nonprofits as well as for-profit organizations and individuals to help them gain a competitive edge.
Yes.
To get them to train their people so that they are the contributors that they would like them to be. So I like to take a company from being a good company to an excellent company. And that's by involving your employees from day one, getting their buy-in, planning your work and working your plan.
Right.
And then that yields a successful team.
Amen. Amen to that.
Additionally, in this book, I have what I call the recipe for success. And that's one of the things that I talk to the companies about, ensuring that that recipe for success is prevalent in their companies. And when you follow those recipes or those 10 steps, I guarantee you, your team will be successful. And the good thing about having employees and getting their buy-in, if they feel appreciated, then they will give you 100% plus. So you've got to get them involved, not just from the monetary aspect, but from a physical aspect too. I know all of you have probably heard of Zig Ziglar, and he has this wheel of life, and there are 7 spokes, including financial, family. And if any one of those spokes is out of alignment, it knocks all of them out of alignment. So the key is to stay balanced. And that's one of the things I work with the companies and teams on too, is the importance of finding balance in life.
Yes. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So what are some things, I guess, with the teleges when you were doing the advertisement, some of the tips that you created to be the best?
I didn't hear you. Now, some of the what?
Some of the tips that you created to help your team be the best?
Oh, the first thing is to always establish expectations. You have to establish expectations in order to manage those expectations. And we also had what we call SMART goals. So everybody had to do their SMART goals, as well as they had to establish goals for themselves. And I always told them to make sure that their goals exceeded what management had put in place for them. And in that way, you're sure to win. But in those SMART goals, the acronym, the S stands for being specific, okay? The M, and most people who've been in sales will know this, but the M stands for measurable. You've got to be able to measure where you are. Check periodically to see, where am I in terms of reaching those goals? And the things that you're doing well, emulate that. The things that you're not doing well, throw those out and start over, because those are your goals. And the A stands for accountable. Who are you going to hold accountable in helping you attain those goals? Okay.
Okay.
The R, responsible. You ultimately are responsible. So no matter what, other people can give input. They can be instrumental.
That's right.
But the buck stops with you. Okay.
Right.
And T is trackable. Make sure you can track your progress. So they would have to establish SMART goals, and then they would also have to do a self-evaluation So at the end of 6 months and at the end of 12 months, you compared your notes with theirs, and you will be surprised 9 times out of 10, everybody is right on point, because it goes back to that establishing expectations.
Yes, ma'am.
But the best thing is to have a plan and to review that plan. I would also do what we called a sales planning session, which everybody was part of. I would give them 2 months to plan what they were going to bring to the table and to share with the entire team how they were going to achieve their goals.
Okay.
And so from the being at a television station, you had the general manager, you had the programming director. The programming director actually would present as well, because they negotiated with syndicators the programs that we would air on the station.
Yeah.
And everybody knows that ratings equal revenue equals share. And that's your goal, is to get the biggest share of any piece of business that you possibly can. So everybody brought their ideas to the table. We had a creative services department that actually wrote the commercials for our salespeople. And then the other crucial member of the team was the traffic department. And they would actually log all of our commercials. We had a local team and a national team. So the local team had all of our local clients, but the national sales manager had offices throughout the United States that we would have to visit. And they were also accountable for the Mercedes-Benz of the world, you know, the bigger national accounts.
Right.
But everybody played a part on that day. And they knew exactly what they were supposed to bring to the table and how long their segment would be.
I love it.
So those were the things that we did. And at the end of the year, we would do a year-end review to show what we were accountable for, what we actually brought to the table, and how that compares. Then we'd also compare the current year to last year's performance. And that was that we would give to upper management and corporate, so that they could track as well how we were doing.
I love it. It's all about having a system, putting things in place for measurements and tracking and evaluating. Awesome. Awesome. So bringing you up to where you are now, what are you doing now?
Well, I'm actually helping some nonprofits like Shaw University, which is a historically Black university. And they've done a documentary on their 100 years as a college and a university. And the 1-hour documentary highlights all of the stages that they've gone through. And I'm trying to secure underwriters to support that program. So I'm working with some nonprofit organizations and helping them secure funding. But I'm also promoting my book. And that's the biggest thing. If you go to Amazon.com and look at some of the reviews, one professor wrote that this book should be mandatory reading for every high school student, every college student, and anybody working in corporate America. So yes, when you read those reviews, it's truly amazing. So my goal is to get this book into the hands of all high school students and college students to share with them the recipe for success.
Love it.
And to let you know, no matter what kinds of obstacles come in your way, you keep believing in yourself.
That's right.
And if you set those goals for you, nobody can take that away. But the most important ingredient in my recipe is to keep God centered first.
Right.
I don't ever try and impose my beliefs on anyone else. This is Evelyn Booker's recipe for success.
That's right.
If you talk to some other professional speakers, they might have 10 other that are totally different than mine. So this is my recipe for success.
I love it. I'm in total agreement with that. Total agreement with that. Put God first. Believe.
That's right.
Trust. Do your part. Get you some structure and some strategies.
Right. That's right.
And some resources and make it happen. I'm continuously always working on that. Always working on that.
And that's the other thing that I talk to them about is the importance of setting both short-term and long-term goals. You know, where would you like to be? Even if it's not at this corporation, where would you like to be a year from today and 5 years from today? And as I stated earlier, what are you doing to reach those goals? And what do you need to do differently to make sure that you get to those goals that you have set for you?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And you definitely got to have your own personal goals as well as business goals, life goals, family goals,
Precisely.
Yeah.
Precisely.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Well, let's share some information how people can stay connected with you, how they can find you.
Okay. If you want to contact me in reference to Ebo Consulting, just go to www.evelynbooker, all lowercase.com, and it will pop right up. If you want to go to amazon.com and check out my book, go to amazon.com, and when the search bar comes up, just enter a winner, WINNER, in spite of, and it will pop right up, and you can order as many as you would like to give to friends and acquaintances.
That's right. That's right. Love that. Love that.
Yes.
So leave us with some encouraging words to the audience. Well, anything else you want to share before that?
That's it, basically. Have a plan of action, plan your work and work your plan. And no matter what kinds of obstacles arise, don't let anything get in your way of achieving success. And your attitude plays a big, big role in your overall performance. But if I had to give some sound advice, it would be, if you think you can, or if you think you can't, you're right. And you've got to believe that you can.
That's right.
The other thing that I saw today, it says, you don't have to be everything to everyone every day. So slow down and enjoy life today.
I love it.
Yes. So that would be my advice. Don't try to please everybody. You can't please 100% of the people 100% of the time, ever.
That is right. That is right. Totally agree. Just enjoy your day, maximize your day, and do what all you can in that day. And then the next day, do it again, or try something new, or move forward from where you stopped. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Anything else you want to share before we leave?
That's it. I want our young people to know that the sky's the limit for them.
Mm-hmm.
If they keep God centering first, develop an attitude of, I know I can, put your plan of action in place, plan your work and work your plan, then have a vision.
That's right.
Vision is the art of seeing things invisible. Visualize yourself where you're going to be a year from today, and 5 years from today, and 10 years from today. And don't let anybody stop you.
That's right.
The Bible tells you, write the vision, make it plain. Yes. So write that vision.
That's right. Awesome. Thank you so much. I love hearing from women of wisdom.
Well, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. Thanks for all the great things you've done before. You are like a role model to individuals like myself to keep on pressing on, keep on making it happen. Prioritize, put God first, get your stuff together. That's
right. That's right.
Keep it moving forward.
That's right.
We definitely appreciate that. We appreciate anything else you want to share right before we leave?
Real quickly, Ms. Dolores, I was going to say in this book also, I have tips. A lot of people don't like to talk about death, but we have to plan so that when our number is up or our time ends on earth, that you have a plan in place for your descendants. So I have information in here too to help you get your ducks in a row, if you will.
Yes.
Simple things like checking your insurance policies to make sure you have the beneficiaries that you would like to have.
Yeah.
Because that's what they're going to go by when things happen. So put a plan of action in place for your family, because it will be difficult for them to deal with death, period. So the more things you have planned and laid out for them, the better it is for all parties involved.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Thank you so much. Words of wisdom from Ms. Evelyn Booker. I greatly appreciate you stopping by today and sharing that with us.
Well, thank you so much for having me. It was my pleasure.
Yes, ma'am. Make sure you guys like and share this information. This is how we're going to make the world a better place and just do great things in the kingdom. So thank you, Miss Evelyn, for being on today. I appreciate it.
All right. You have a super rest of your Wednesday.
Thank you. And I am Dolores Williams with Divine Connections. Make sure you stay connected to the #1 divine connector, which is Jesus Christ. And we're going to turn it over to our sponsors. And thank you again, Miss Evelyn, for coming in.
Thank you.
All right, hold tight.
Divine Connections Magazine. Get major exposure for your business. Is someone looking for your service? Do you need networking? Are you a gospel artist or a ministry? Do you have a major event that you want to promote? Divine Connections Magazine has the solution for you. We can distribute to residents, businesses, churches, and online. Don't miss this opportunity to expand your marketing locally and around the world. Find out more about us at divineconnectionsmagazine.com. Get your spot in the next issue of Divine Connections Magazine by emailing us for details at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com.
Make sure to like us on Facebook at Divine Connections Marketing. Follow us on Instagram at Divine Connections.
Let's get it started now.
You all have a great day.